Vickery. If you are new here, then welcome. I'm so glad you found me. This time is all about you. Today, you have chosen to take radical responsibility for yourself. Radical responsibility for yourself by showing up and sharing in space with me so that you can grow your own self awareness, your own intuition, learn to embody joy more easily. And today's topic is such a great one. We are talking about how joy might just be the strategy, like it's the thing. More joy equals more success. More joy helps you build a life you love. See, what we think we know is that if we build a life we love, we'll have more joy, but that is not how it works. If you have more joy, you will build a life that you love. That's how it works. Let me just tell y'all who I am very quickly. So, I am a transformation coach. I'm a human design and NLP subconscious reprogramming specialist, a community builder, and a retreat host. What do I do? Well, I help heart centered, conscious leaders just like you learn to lead from embodied joy. Because when you lead from embodied joy, you show up differently, you engage differently, you have a bigger, stronger, better, healthier impact. That's how you create the change you want to create in the world. That is how you love your life, you love your work, you love the people you're surrounding yourself with. And I do that by helping you get to know yourself so well that you can clearly see what all of societal programming is that's been put on you, and you can unprogram it through subconscious reprogramming. I also do that for hosting incredible retreats all over the world. We have one coming up in January 2026 in Costa Rica at the MLO Institute. It's all about reclaiming your peace, finding time for yourself, creating space, creating joy, creating alignment. You have to pick yourself. If you don't pick yourself, how is anybody else going to know that you're worth picking? You have to believe in yourself first, more than anything. It has to start with you. So let's talk about mornings just for a second. Um, how many of you have crazy, rushed, insane mornings? Raise your hand, drop a comment if you want, or just nod your head, think about it in the distance. Especially if you have kids, my guess is that there are very, very few of you who have nice, easy, slow mornings. Now, I don't want anybody to fall into the whatever. It's kind of funny because it's like a hustle bro mindset where you sometimes somehow think that you can't care for yourself, you can't have a slow, restful morning unless you get to like meditate and work out for an hour and drink lemon water and do yoga. I don't know. That's not true. But you also don't have to catapult into the crazy every morning. But what I really want to know is how do you feel when you wake up? Like when you open your eyes, is your thought, "Ugh, I have to do this again?" Or is your thought, okay, I get to do this again, right? Maybe it's somewhere in the middle. I have little kids. Well, they're not so little anymore. They're getting bigger. Mornings that I have the kids, I'm divorced, so I only have them half the time. Mornings that I have the kids can be very chaotic, but I have found a way for them to not be so chaotic. I set my alarm about 15 minutes earlier than I actually need to jumpstart my day, right? If we're making lunches and we're getting everything ready. I have the coffee pre made. And the very first thing I do when I wake up is I take a big deep breath in and I put my hand on my heart and I say the Ho'oponopono prayer. Thank you. I'm sorry. I forgive you. I love you. And then I actually do some tender self compassion massage and touch. So bear with me if you guys think I'm crazy. I use both hands, but I have my TikTok microphone in this hand. So I put my both of my palms on my eyes and I just gently hold them there. And I say, I am Heather. I am wealthy. I am abundant. I am joyful. I claim wealth, I claim abundance, I claim joy. Sometimes it's different every day. And then I do some gentle face massage, just saying nice things to myself. Everything is always working out for me. Everything I call in comes to me and exceeds my expectations, right? And I'll do my arms and I do all of that. It really only takes me maybe about 30 seconds to do that. And it really, truly does shift the way you show up from the moment your feet hit the ground in the morning. Something very simple like that will make a difference. And then I told you I set that alarm about 15 minutes early. I get some coffee and I sit by myself in the silence. And sometimes I'm on TikTok and sometimes I'll do Duolingo and sometimes I'll just sit there or maybe I'll read a book. It's different every day. I don't always get the 15 minutes. If I don't, that's okay. But I do give myself just 30 seconds of self love and self compassion and affirmations. Here's why affirmations are so powerful. So I love my work is really where science and spirituality meet. I am not at all religious, but I am super, super spiritual. Now, we have learned about affirmations lifetimes ago, right? We've been talking about affirmations forever. We now know, and I learned this through my subconscious reprogramming training, we now know that what affirmations do is slowly shift your subconscious programming. That's why they work, right? What you hear and what you say, what you hear in your mind and what you say out loud patterns onto your brain. Neurologically, we know this is true. This is why your words matter. This is why thoughts become things. Because once you believe them subconsciously, you start to believe them consciously, you believe them in your body, good or bad. Either way, the choice is really, truly yours. Natasha says doing something like that in the morning makes a lot of a difference. It really does. It really does make a difference. And if any of you have great morning routines and you want to pop in the comments and share what they are, I would love to hear them. So, my work is where science and spirituality meet, and the neuroscience is so powerful with this. It's actually one of the reasons that I have an entire subconscious reprogramming library, several different options, more coming, and more human design specific subliminal audios. So, subliminal audios have affirmations underlying music that just feels like meditation music. It's very calming. You can't hear the affirmations, but your subconscious mind can hear the affirmations. They're so cool. And you can listen to them all day long. You can listen to them while you're working, doing the laundry, reading a book because they don't disturb you. But the whole time, your subconscious is just doing this work for you. It's amazing. You could find all of my current subconscious reprogramming subliminal audio options on my website. Go to vickeryandco.com, go to the shop, you'll see them. There are several options. And then the human design related ones, which are so cool. How many of you are familiar with human design? Human design is a modern scientific self discovery system based on several different ancient sciences and philosophies: the Chinese I Ching, Kabbalah, Buddhism, quantum physics, the chakra system, and astrology. Do not ask me how it works. I only know that it does based on your birth date, time, and location. Sounds like it's just astrology. I promise you it's not. It's so much more than astrology. I can know things about you that I have no business knowing. It is informative, it is validating, it is inspiring, it is exciting. And where I combine human design and subconscious reprogramming NLP work is something that I don't see a lot of other people doing. And it is really there for you to help you discover yourself, live into yourself, live aligned with yourself and with the world. And we're going to have shit. There's going to be shit that comes up. So we want to unprogram that. We want to reprogram all the crap. Get rid of that. You don't need that. It's not for you. But you can start by choosing joy. Joy is strategic. Joy doesn't happen by accident. Somewhere along the way, maybe you were taught that hard equals worthy. I call super bullshit on that. It does not have to be hard. Like sometimes things are hard. Life can be hard. There are so many challenging things right now, but that isn't what makes you worthy. Do you want to know what makes you worthy? You exist. You are here right now, and thus you are worthy. And you are worthy of joy. You are worthy of picking yourself. Joy is a fucking power move. That's what joy is. Thanks. Thanks, Natasha. Said, preach it, bestie. I'm in. I'm a preach it like a motherfucker. Don't you know that? When you prioritize the things that light you up, even if they don't make any sense to other people, it doesn't really matter. Or if they don't make sense on paper, you start to rewire that subconscious mind and it tells your nervous system we're safe to expand. How cool is that? Suddenly you're showing up differently. You lead differently, you parent differently, you create from a whole new place. And I want to be really clear, this does not mean that you never have a bad day. It does not mean that there aren't still things that suck sometimes, because there are, because human nature, because life, okay? But you can bounce back quicker And you can find what is good and what is working in the midst of what isn't. You can seek the joy even when you are in the middle of things that are hard. So I'm inviting you today to stop chasing balance and start choosing alignment. See, we don't chase alignment, we choose it. What does that mean? Well, it's doing the legwork, folks. It's doing the legwork to understand what your body's cues are when something's a yes for you, when it feels right. I don't want you to think, yeah, I think that's a yes. I want you to feel that it's a yes or feel that it's a no. And I can literally help you discover what your body's cues are, what your intuition feels like in your body. That is the work I do. We do it on our retreats, we do it in my VIP clients, we do it in the Spark Collective. That's what we do together. So discovering that, what alignment feels like, listening to your body and the information it's giving you, opening your connection to the divine. I mentioned this last week, and this is something that I just am so excited about and really fascinating. In the last several months, my connection to other, to universe, to divine, I don't know, has been really strong. And in that space between sleeping and waking, I'm now getting clear, direct downloads, messages that I know are for me, that I'm actually remembering. See, I was probably always getting them, but I didn't remember them. Now I get them, I hear them, I know they're for me. Sometimes they're for other people, which is interesting because you have to have the right timing. You have to be in the right space to share downloads and messages that are for other people. But usually there's something that if I take action on it, good things will happen. And so I'm hearing that, which is really exciting, but we can help you grow that awareness, open that portal, right? Connect yourself to the universe. I will tell you that is something that I loved so much about being at the MLO Institute in Costa Rica. This is where I'm having my Reclaim Your Peace retreat in January 2026. When I was there, standing on that land in the jungle, in the middle of the rainforest, it literally felt like there was a golden cord coming up from the earth and through my body and connecting me to the cosmos. I vibrated with the energy of the universe. So here's what I say to people who are coming to the Costa Rica retreat or thinking about coming to the Costa Rica retreat. I cannot tell you exactly how you will transform, but I promise you that you will, because it is impossible to be in that space and not transform, to take that time for yourself and not transform, to choose yourself and not transform, to sit in stillness and in silence and expansion, to play with music and do a sound bath and a cacao ceremony and deep breath work and community and sharing. Uh, you can't do those things and not transform. So if you think you're ready to pick yourself, to say yes to yourself, to expand yourself, come join me in Costa Rica in January because it's going to be incredible. I want to just say how brave it is to choose joy. Are you brave enough to choose joy? Because choosing joy is actually not for the faint of heart. It's not the easy way out. Choosing fear is the easy way out. Choosing to play it small is the easy way out. Choosing to just go status quo, follow this routine in life that everybody else has set out for you, that's the easy route. Are you brave enough to choose joy on purpose over and over again? Because it means saying no to people pleasing. It means trusting your intuition. It means not using somebody else's checklist, deciding and defining for yourself what you are capable of, what brings you joy, what will make you feel successful. Yes, you are brave enough. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I love that. Yes, you are. The thing is, when you choose bravely on purpose, you start to choose bigger and then you win bigger, and it's contagious. And that includes choosing joy. So here's my challenge and my invitation to you today. What is one small shift that you can make today that moves you towards a life that you are excited to wake up to? What is one thing you can say yes to today that you know will bring you joy, that you know will help you connect to yourself, that will be aligned and truthful for you? One little thing. Change the soundtrack to your morning, to your day. Maybe you play a subliminal audio while you're working. Cancel a thing that you said yes to out of obligation. Set a boundary. Ask for help. Say yes to something that excites you for no other reason than it makes you feel alive. Because joy is a strategy. And in fact, it's not just a strategy, it is the strategy. You are worthy of a life that makes you feel fucking great. And I want that for you. Thank you so much for hanging out today. If you are curious about any of the cool things that I do or that I mentioned, reach out to me anytime, comment, say anything, vickeryandco.com. You can email me, Heather at vickeryandco.com. I have the Spark Collective for $18 a month, which is a beautiful community membership. We do human design readings. On my website, you can find human design readings, subliminal audios, subconscious reprogramming sessions, and of course, the Costa Rica retreat. Vickeryandco.com gives you all the details, all the information. But mostly, I just want to support you. I just want to cheer you on. I just want to see you win. So be sure you're connecting with me. Natasha says she loves this so much. Thank you, my friend. I'm so glad that you're here. I appreciate you too. What a gift to be able to share space with you. My name is Heather Vickery, and I am reminding you today and every day to go out and choose yourself bravely because you are worth it. Take care, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye. Okay. All right. So now